Hello beautiful souls. I will be sharing how to make bows with wide ribbon. So if you have wide ribbon and you don't know what to do with it, one of the things that you can do with it is to make decorative bows. It could be for a charm, it could be for a hair clip, it could be for your scrapbooking, mini albums, it could be for just about anything you can think of. We are only limited by our own imagination, right? So I will be sharing the ones that I've created with the charms. I have dangles on them, so some of them will be turned into charms. Some of them will have like a clip in the back. So depending on what project I make and how I feel the bow is going to be suitable on that project, I will determine how I'm going to use the bow. So while I'm showing you each individual bow, I will be having a chit chat as well. I also want to share that the ribbons that I use, you will see duplicates of it, but I'm going to share what I've created, all of them that I created, even though there's duplicate, because they have different colors on them and they have different charms that I've attached on them, and they have different elements glued to them, such as a rhinestone, a jewelry piece, or a pearl, or resin pieces, cabochons. So they're all going to have different things on them. So here's this one here. This is self-explanatory, so I'm not going to share, you know, the elements that are on it. But I will share that this ribbon was gifted to me by my friend Ida, who is Created to Create, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I figured I'll just make bows out of them. And it has a gold stamp of a bow on it already, as you can see there. It's really, really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing why I've been gone for a while. I've been doing a lot of self-inventory and realizing that I have too much, and realizing that I didn't like the way that made me feel anymore. So how did that come about? Well, since I've been purging clutter in my own head, in my own inner world, I'm seeing things clearer. So the more I declutter in the inside is the more clutter I see in the outside. So new ideas are coming in as far as how I want my home, how I want to live, how I want to do things, how I want to share. So I'm developing a new way of living. And I'm realizing that I prefer to be a minimalist. And what does that mean? That means you want less in your home, because I want less in my inner world. I don't want clutter in my inner world. I don't want a lot of garbage in my mind, in my head, in my heart, or in my soul. This was gifted to me by my friend Wandy, who is Wandy Sweets here on YouTube. Isn't that pretty? She put this together and she gifted it to me. She gifted me, I believe, 3 of them, or 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember, because it's been about 2 months since she shared with me. Okay, isn't that pretty though? And I love lavender and yellow, or lavender and orange. Those colors look so pretty together. Lavender and pink, they look so pretty together. So that's why I paired it like this with the lavender. Okay, thank you, Wandy. I really appreciate that, because I'm not really doing haul videos. I don't do haul videos, and I'm not doing Happy Mail videos, but I will share, like if I'm doing a one-on-one swap, I will share those in a video. Okay, I'm trying to keep things at a minimum. I don't want to feel overwhelmed. I don't want to feel that I'm doing too much. So here's another one. Anyway, continuing with the story, So that's what I'm doing. That's why I've been MIA. So what have I done in the past few months that I've been gone out of YouTube? I've been decluttering my home. I've gotten rid of so many things, including craft things, and I'm still gonna do, like, I did a round 1, and then I'm still gonna do a round 2. So just like we dress ourselves up in the outside, and we do our hair, we put on decent clothes or fancy clothes on the outside, we got to work on the inside as well. So to be beautiful comes from the inside first, and then you are beautiful in the outside. So round 2 would be getting inside the drawers, because that's the inside. So the first thing I did was I dealt with the outside of my home, like whatever was visible on the outside. If I had too many things, too much of something, I got rid of it. I even got rid of furniture. I felt like I had too much furniture. Believe it or not, I felt like it was too much, and I'm still purging furniture. This is like, I realize this is gonna take a while, so I'm doing what I can in each day. But the point is that I do it every day, even if it's a small something. Anyway, this is a wood bead, by the way. I think that looks so pretty. Okay, so I've been purging on the outside of my home, getting rid of anything that I had stacked in a corner, anywhere in the house or in the apartment, because I live in an apartment. And this is what the back looks like. They all look like that, so I forgot to share that, as you can see here. I just wrapped this 1/4 of an inch ribbon around it, 1/8 of an inch ribbon around it. Okay, anyway, we're gonna have a tutorial also. So I love the combination of these colors. Those are wood beads also. I've had these in my stash. I have different color wood beads this size. I don't know the millimeters of it. I've had them in my stash for years because I used to do bracelets and earrings, and I still have a stash of beads. Yeah, so like I was saying, anything that I found in the corner, things that just look cluttery and junky to me, I got rid of. So much garbage has left to this home that it's not even funny. I was like, OMG. We don't really know how much we accumulate until we start digging, right? It was a lot. Oh, and I'm not even done yet. These cutie pies were gifted to me by my friend Ginger Pana, who is Ginger Pana here on YouTube. Aren't those cute? I didn't know what to do with them because those of you that has been watching me know that I do shabby chic. That's not shabby chic. So I didn't know what to do with them. Well, I found a purpose for them. And along with these as well that I've had in my stash for a long time. And isn't that adorable? These pineapples come in different colors that she gifted me. Thank you, Ginger. Okay. And then look at that. Look how pretty that is. Oh, and I do also want to mention that a lot of these beads you see here, like these solid, these are acrylic. They're not glass. They are acrylic. Even this one here. A lot of these beautiful beads. That one and this not this lavender, but these here, these solid looking ones. Wandy Sweets also gave it to me in the same package that she gifted me, the pretty rose charm. So she gave me a bag full of, I had so much. I'm like, oh my word, it was so much. So I ended up gifting quite a bit also to a new friend of mine. Her name is Eileen, and her YouTube channel is Eileen Payne here on YouTube. Hi, Mama. And not realizing that she already had bought beads of her own, but I wanted to share, you know, especially when I feel like somebody's starting new on beads or charms and they don't really have a lot of supplies. I didn't know, since I was getting to know Eileen, I really didn't know that she already had. Okay, so here's this one. Look how cute, that ice cream. This would be cute as a bow, as a clip for a little girl, a hair clip. Isn't that pretty? So now you know where I've been, what I've been doing, why I've been absent. And I'm telling you, it's the best thing that that's one of the smartest, wisest spiritual things that I've ever done for myself. So a lot more energy is flowing. I don't get as irritable as I used to. And the thing is, the funny thing is that I rarely got irritable as it was, so it's even now lessened. I'm not really a person that gets angry very quickly either. So that was really never an issue. So imagine now I'm going to be even much slower to anger. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I think this is one of the beads also that was in the and that one too, and this one. These little tiny ones, and these bead caps, you know, they're in my stash. I just added, you know, extra beads to them to make them more decorative. Here's the other one that I have. Isn't that pretty? The mint green and pink is so pretty, so I figured I put this here. And so this is the last one. Okay, so I am learning things about myself, and I'm realizing that I want to become a minimalist. For me, less is more. Even in my craft space, like as I continue this journey, I will be getting rid of more stuff in my craft space, and which would be a rack for somebody else or Happy Meal for somebody else. And I'm going to be wise as to who I give it to, because I want to make sure that they're actually, you know, that they actually need it, that they're actually going to use it, you know. So this journey is quite interesting, and I'm growing at the same time. So let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, to start off, you will need a wide ribbon. It doesn't matter how wide it is. It could be even wider than this. Then these are 1.5 inch wide, and so is this one, and this one is about 7/8 inch wide. So you could even have it where it's a little bit slimmer. All right, I think the wider it is, the more fluffy it's going to be. So you're going to need your scissors, of course, to cut your ribbon. I will share what size this are in a moment on the beads to make your charms. This is the center I will be using. It's like a pink color, but I believe it's going to match with this lavender. So that's why I decided to use this piece here. This was an earring, and I cut off the shank of the earring. The post of the earring. The shank is for buttons. The post is for earrings. Okay. Yeah, I like to. These I get from my local discount store. They're about $1 a pair. And then you're going to need needle and thread. If you want to match your thread with your ribbon, you can go ahead and do so. I'm just going to use white. This is 8.25 inches long, and this is about 11. Most likely I'm going to trim this after I make the bow, because this is going to wrap around here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we need to find the center. So find your center. So that's the center for me. And I'm going to overlap about 1/8 of an inch this way from that center, and 1/8 of an inch here. Okay, so you want it evenly spaced like a bow. So I'm just going to do a running stitch. You will have flyaways because once you trim with your bow, you're going to have fraying. So, okay, I'm going to make sure it looks even on both sides before I wrap the thread around. Okay, so now I'm just going to wrap the thread around. You're also going to need a glue gun. Just remembered to mention that. So we're just going to tie a bow on the front. This was the back with where you see this here. I'm going to go ahead and trim some of that off. So I'm going to go from the back to the front. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue here. So if you're not confident that you're going to get the bow right, don't add the glue there. Okay, so that looks fine to me. So now I'm going to go ahead and create the charm for this. You will need the wire pliers for jewelry. I actually need this one here. Okay. So I'm just going to use various beads to create the charm. And these are bead caps. I don't know what size these are. I don't know what size these beads are. These I've had in my stash for a while. And this was a bag of beads that my friend Wandy Sweets had gifted me. I'm going to, since this hole is too big, it's going to go through this head pin. So I'm going to start off with a small bead, like a seed bead. This is a jump ring. I don't know what size this is either. And I'm going to feed it through the lavender ribbon. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is glue the center. I will be using both hot glue and E6000. Start using your white ribbon to make these beautiful bows. That way they're not sitting in your stash collecting dust. Mine were collecting dust. So I hope this helped you out in how to use your white ribbon. There are many ways you can use this. I'm going to work on coming up with different ways on how to use this white ribbon. Okay. So with that being said, all is well. Let's share, be fair, be filled with love, and love one another. Take good care, everybody.